It's being reported that Drake is, I don't know, dissing people again. It's the internet. Everything is a diss. I don't know, but I'm hearing that. I'm hearing something about 21 Savage. I'm hearing something about somebody dissing Nas. There's a lot of disrespect going on, especially after the Joey thing, allegedly dissing Kendrick Lamar. Everybody's saying, "Oh, he's dissing Kendrick Lamar. He's doing this." He wasn't dissing Kendrick Lamar. He said something about West Coast D-Ride and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know, but that could be angled as dissing Kendrick Lamar. But the point is, people are making much ado about nothing a lot of times, or they're stretching things. So I don't know if he's dissing anything, dissing anybody here. I am curious though to see if he is. I've just been hearing, or not hearing. I don't know. I just logged into Twitter and everybody's just freaking. What's drama? Everybody just calm down, bro. It's 2025. Give me a break for a year. 2026 we can get back into the BS, but right now everybody just chill. It does make me curious, makes me wonder, does Drake have any plans for pre-Super Bowl Kendrick, post-Super Bowl Kendrick, outside of the lawsuit? Is that the only thing he's doing to try to quell this whatever? Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest performers of all time, period. Music in general. I think it's like Michael Jackson, him, Beyonce, like there's just some people who are just the greatest performers. So that Super Bowl is going to be ridiculous, but might be the greatest Super Bowl performance of all time. Is Drake going to try to, you know what I mean? Like, is he going to try to do anything to kind of stomp that fire out, either before or after? What is the right move? Should he just wait it out, until, Kendrick's wave has died down? Is he addressing it here? I think maybe the best option would be, because I don't think there's anything he can do to stop Kendrick pre-Super Bowl right now. Just like the role he's on, outside of just putting out good music and reestablishing himself. Because I think within this beef thing, people are forgetting Drake puts out. Okay, I didn't like his last album at all. I thought it was garbage. So I was gonna say Drake puts out good music, but I mean, like, I think especially with the last album and with everything that's going on, I think he needs to reestablish, hey, I make great music. And he just needs to put out great music and then maybe return to Kendrick after things have died down post Super Bowl. The thing is with that, there is absolutely no way Kendrick Lamar is not prepared for Drake to come back at him. So I think, I don't know, he needs to game plan. He needs to plan for somebody who's planning for him. Like, he needs to reverse engineer this thing, or just ignore it altogether and just focus on his career and focus on reestablishing his brand after this thing. I don't know. And it's scary to do interviews right now, because if somebody does an interview, a credible interview, I'm not talking about Aiden Ross, I'm not talking about XQC or whatever his name is, those weirdos. I'm talking about a credible interview with somebody. They're going to ask him questions about this battle and et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. I don't have the answers. He's in a really tough position. Is this going to be the answer? Is this going to stomp out Kendrick's flame? I don't know. Is this going to ignite things again? It says Kendrick Lamar response. I didn't even see that, but again, people are going to gas things up in titles, et cetera, et cetera. It's produced by Conductor, one of the best producers of the year. So I'm excited. 258. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right one. 258. I think this is the right thing, because I saw it maybe came up. Oh my God, you do not get ads on my video.
With Factor.
There you go.
I love you.
Yeah, the summer is over, I missed it. Vera was smoking, I kissed it. Ferris showed us the renders for Texas, it's unrealistic. Cut him the check, cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. Just pay the man.
This sounds like I was gonna say it sounds like a little freestyle. I doubt it's freestyle, like a legitimate freestyle. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like what people say nowadays. They just call it anything that's not a throwaway, but like not like a single or anything, just a freestyle, which I'm not mad at. I don't really care.
Yeah, the summer is over, I missed it. Vera was smoking, I kissed it. Ferris showed us the renders for Texas, it's unrealistic. Cut him the check, cause I hate reviewing the budgets and limits. Just pay the man. The world fell in love with the gimmicks. Even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know the shit is personal to us, and it wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits.
Okay, so even my brothers got tickets. I'm assuming he's referencing the entire battle it was entertainment to you guys. It was personal between us. It wasn't even my friends were amused by this whole thing, even though it was personal to me. It wasn't just business, which is understandable. Like even I was kind of suspicious of the whole battle because it's kind of weird how it was. I don't know, felt kind of orchestrated in a sense, like how it came and went so fast. But then also they both got like 4 official songs apiece, and then they both had a couple unofficial songs that weren't part on streaming services. Like it was weirdly matched evenly as far as like output. So that was odd to me, which made it seem like kind of orchestrated. But at the same time, would you orchestrate something that's like, you know, knowing, I'm not saying they're orchestrating, oh, you're going to you're going to say this, you're going to say that. Would you even plan something out with somebody who's going to call you up, you know, the allegations that he had against him? Or would you plan something out against somebody who's going to say you beat your wife? You know what I mean? Like, probably not. So I do believe Drake when he says this was personal. It was not just business. Also, he's not the one who threw stones first. Kendrick came out and liked that and was like, he, you know, started it. So.
Or when I'm breaking world records still as I guzzle a Guinness, or when I get my 5th made.
That was fire. That was when I guzzle a Guinness World Record book, but then Guinness also the alcohol.
Behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Niggas was never happy for me when I run up the digits, or when I'm breaking world records still as I guzzle a Guinness, or when I get my 5th made back cause the color is different. Remember we traded watches, I gave you the Arabic dial, you gave me a numbered edition. You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician.
Ooh, what's he talking about?
Convinced the gang that shit was rooted in love when it isn't. Show me how different we are, there's blessings in juxtaposition. I guess now you boys gotta abandon your summer tradition.
The rhyming is crazy. Summer tradition. Like, he's rhyming a good amount of syllables there. I think that's what, 5? Summer tradition. Yeah. Okay.
There's blessings in juxtaposition. I guess now you boys gotta abandon your summer tradition. Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons, it come with the distance.
What'd he say? Sorry.
Your summer tradition. Cold shoulders I gave in the Hamptons, it come with the distance. Figured we was always gonna be close like ovens and kitchens. I was sadly mistaken, the loyalty wasn't a given. It's all good.
He's rapping.
And niggas cry the blues for you saying it wasn't malicious.
Yeah, no, he's rhyming. And I think that's something that got overlooked in the battle, was how good he was rapping, but then also how good he was rhyming on top of the bars. Like he was rhyming a lot of syllables plus the punchlines. That's difficult to do, and he was excelling at it tremendously. Like he did great in the battle. I saw somebody on Twitter say, like, before you even click on this, you can predict the cadence and the flow he's going to use or whatever. So what? It's just a little freestyle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not even mad at that. You know, like it's a little freestyle. Like it's not that deep, dog. If this was like an album and every song sounded like this, then yeah, it would get boring. It's not. It's just put something out. It's not that big of a deal. I can say that literally about any artist. For the most part. For the most part. Not any artist.
Family, well, I'm not the cousin to visit. God forbid we ever gotta tarnish your public image. All that brother talk as if I really.
Who's he talking about?
6 degrees, my memories retrieving our humble beginnings. Niggas wanted trouble, grabbed a shovel and dug us some ditches. Cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me.
The internal rhymes too are dope.
That was a body double and we've done dozens of switches. Niggas tried to light the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas.
I was just unimaginably distracted for way too long. Look at the timestamp now compared to 10 seconds ago, and look, bro, I'm just trying to run a channel here. All right, let's get back to it. Is it not even? Okay, there we go.
Cover my body.
This is for me. I gotta restart, or not restart, but go back a little bit.
That wasn't me. That was a body double and we've done dozens of switches. Niggas tried to light the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas. I said a prayer.
I wonder, okay, sorry. I want to see if there was like a double entendre there that I missed. Because a body double, that would have been cool.
Trouble, grabbed a shovel and dug up some ditches. Cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me.
That's a really slick line, because I'm assuming when he says that was a body double, he means like that's a double entendre as far as like they covered my body in dirt. Those are metaphors, double entendres, etc., etc. Dirt being drama and BS and you know, etc., etc. That's a super slick line. The body line being another double entendre, super slick.
I light the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas. I said a prayer that morning for Sean and it wasn't religious. It came from a place of desperation and utter submission.
Who's Sean?
Rapping was over for now. It came like a sudden decision.
Was that the person that got hit in the front of his house? I'm not sure. I don't know the person's name. I know it was like a security guard, and you said now he's saying rapping was over, et cetera, et cetera. Oh yeah, light up the gate. I'm stupid. Oh my, yeah, I didn't know what he was talking about. Sorry, and now it's all connecting. I got very distracted.
That wasn't me.
All right, let me restart. Yeah, I'm not locked in.
Public image. All that brother talk as if I really discovered a sibling. 6 degrees, my memories retrieving our humble beginnings. Niggas wanted trouble, grabbed a shovel and dug up some ditches. Cover my body in dirt, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was a body double, and we've done dozens of switches.
I love that line.
Like the front gate up, it wasn't for Christmas.
Okay, that he's talking about that.
For Sean, and it wasn't religious. It came from a place of desperation and utter submission. Rapping was over for now. It came like a sudden decision. I don't give a fuck about you snakes or these other musicians. Niggas started fucking with my family. I'm going to prison. And we all crashing out together. My brother's complicit. Who put a pipe?
The rhyme is nasty.
Wasn't exhibit. I'm trying to blow the doors off that bitch when you touch the ignition. But then I gotta remember who made this shit come to fruition. It's me.
Oh, sorry.
Who's got the most to lose?
Okay,
Who's
sorry.
in that other position? Signal conversations where I hope they got
Right,
double
all right,
it
sorry.
come to fruition. It's me. Who's got the most to lose and who's in that other position? Signal conversations where I hope they got double encryption. I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions. This nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician. It's funny to see you all rejoicing and hugging and kissing. What are we celebrating? I'll rent out the club at Edition. Nothing was the same with all you bitches and nothing's forgiven. But next time, bury me in gold. My blood is Egyptian. The Dennis James come out when the vodka is flooding my system. I don't have a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. I got my father's habits and I got my mother's permission. My dad has another child. I told him that wasn't my sister. Grew up with dozens of Jews, churches with dozens of Christians. Also developed a deep respect for the Muslim religion. I'm staring at my daddy while y'all tell me I wasn't that nigga.
I think he.
That's fucking crazy.
That was I think he rhymed religion twice, but regardless, the rhyming there was nuts. Not nuts, but super dope. Super dope. Yeah, that's the type of Drake I like. And I think I'm a big fan of. He attempted that on For All the Dogs, but I feel like it kind of fell short a little bit because the bars weren't hitting, like the punchlines weren't good. But since then, with the battle and everything, punchlines were fire, rhyming was fire. Same thing here. I'm liking it. Entendra's on point, et cetera, et cetera. As long as he's writing all of it, fire. Yeah, this is dope. I like everything he's saying. He's addressing, they lit up my front porch or lit up my gate. It wasn't for Christmas. And I think I talked about that in the Joey thing, which also Joey Bad dissing he wasn't dissing the West Coast, but he's saying West Coast D riding basically. Daylight just tweeted something basically saying he's coming outside and he's about to start dissing Joey. And I said it, I called it in the video. He is they're gonna come outside, they're gonna start firing back, and Joey better be ready. Daylight is not the one you want. That is one of the greatest battle rappers of all time. Elite lyricist. It's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get bad for Joey. Hopefully he can put up a good fight. Hopefully he can win that. But I don't want to say hopefully he can win. I'm not picking sides. I love both of them. But hopefully it's a great fight and he doesn't just get smoked, because Daylight is nasty. So yeah. But as far as this goes, I also was talking about this in that video, I believe. As far as Drake, people take things out of context, forget context all the time. People are forgetting that Drake was dealing with his house basically getting chewed, his security guard getting hurt, and that's part of the reason he backed away from the battle, if not the main reason he backed away from the battle. Like that, which is 100% reasonable, but people on the internet who don't go outside, don't live real lives, also who don't pay attention to that type of stuff, maybe casuals and stuff, they aren't even listening to Drake's diss tracks to begin with. They're not paying attention to those, or they're not allowing that to play a factor, because they've never experienced anything like that. They can't relate to it, they can't sympathize with it. It's not as something as simple as, oh, his parent passed away or something, you know what I mean? That type of thing everybody can relate to at some point, or even if you can't relate to it yet, you can sympathize with it. But like somebody getting, not everybody is involved in certain things like that in their life, or is growing up around that type of thing, or can even, you know, that thing won't resonate. They don't know what that feeling's like. You know, it's scary. One, it's scary. It feels like a violation. That's your home, but then also that's your friend, I'm assuming. You know, you don't, a lot of times, you know, things like that happen. You just kind of disassociate with everything. It's just like none of this matters anymore, bro. Like none of this matters. You know what I mean? Like I'm focused on this, or even if I'm not focused on this, I'm not focused on anything. Everything. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different feelings you can go through. So like I'm 100% on his side as far as if he's saying I don't want to deal with any of this stuff right now, because that battle stuff, that's petty compared to a life of a friend, you know, and playing around with that. So I'm glad he touched up on that. That's pretty much what I was thinking was going on with him. That kind of confirmed it.
Next to these other musicians, niggas started fucking with my family. I'm going to prison. Then we all crashing out together. My brother's complicit.
The rhyming on here is super dope.
It was an exhibit. I'm trying to blow the doors off that bitch when you touch the ignition. But then I gotta remember who made this shit come.
Yeah, I want if you can. I think he's supposed to have a whole Conductor album, right? Other position.
Signal conversations where I hope they got double.
And if it all sounds like this, fire.
Crumble on judges' convictions. This nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician.
So he's talking. Okay, so he's talking about Kendrick being performative and winning based on his performance, which is again something that I was saying before the battle. I said Drake understands battle rap. Drake is a fan of battle rap. He's put on battle rap events. He understands battle rap formats. He's going to come at this as a battle rap. Kendrick Lamar, being one of the greatest performers all the time, is going to perform. He's going to have everything structured, everything planned out, and that's exactly what he did. He's a mastered strategist as far as this goes. As far as this battle goes, we haven't seen him in any other battles, but like as far as this battle goes, he knew exactly what to do with Drake, and win people over with Not Like Us. He knew how to. He made this whole thing a us versus him thing. You know, immediately, like he knew exactly what to do. He attacked him from all these different angles, from like a kind of like a rapidy rap 6-minute rapping angle, kind of a calmer laid back thing, and then a darker thing with Meet the Grams, and then a hit, you know, radio record with, you know, he attacked him from every single angle. And I think that's what Drake's addressing here is basically, in so many words, he's saying I was rapping better, but he performed better, so he pulled the wool over your eyes to make it seem like he's better than me or whatever. He won this battle and you guys all fell for it. I think that's basically what he's saying here.
It's funny to see you all rejoicing and hugging and kissing. What are we celebrating? I rent out the club at Edition. Nothing was the same with all you bitches and nothing's forgiven. So
he kind of sounds bitter here as far as that goes, which is understandable. If I feel like that, if I feel like I just barred you up, which Drake has a 100% the right to feel that way. Like he barred up a lot of those songs. Like he was going crazy. And his performances are getting overlooked, ignored. Like you don't even hear push-ups or any of his songs on the radio anymore, which I don't think is cool. Like I love that battle. I think the battle is incredible on both sides. I want to hear both of those. Like everybody is just doing this, what's it called? Like kind of just like rewriting history. There's a word for it. I'm losing it. Where they're just acting like Drake didn't perform well or Drake got bodied. Like, no, that's not what happened. Even I think Jason Lee or whatever, I forgot what his name, not Jason Lee, Jason Martin or something like that. I don't know, some dude from the West Coast. Somebody from the West Coast. I forget who exactly it was talking about people had Drake up for until, you know, people say all the time Drake was up until that West Coast song. People, you know what I mean? And talking about everybody hates on the West Coast. First of all, nobody hates on the West Coast. But if you're saying that, then to me, you're saying that most people thought Drake won. Because I'm looking at this from a battle rap perspective of round by round, Drake won. Because he was up most of the time. From your words, from this guy's words. And then everybody just forgot about it. And nobody cares about, so it's about how you finish, not about anything, you know. So it's weird. It's weird how this battle played out compared to normal battle rap, per se, or pretty much any other battle. Like I feel like most battles, it's like kind of like a round by round thing. Like even if you do have the better last record, it's like, you know, so I don't know. It's weird. I think this is something I definitely want to revisit going into 2025. I want to revisit this entire battle, listen to it all again, just with new ears, I guess. I've been purposely avoiding these songs, the battle songs, for that reason, because I want to revisit it. So yeah. Tell me what you think of this song. How do you feel about it? Subscribe, like, all that stuff. I don't, you know the deal. Share. You know what you're supposed to do. I got to check out 21 Savage's alleged diss track, which is another layer to this. 21 Savage, if he did, I don't know. So that'll be up on the channel too. But if he disses him, what does that mean? What does that mean as far as Kendrick's diss, as far as Drake using Atlanta artists? If one of the Atlanta artists is 100% backing Drake, does that remove some of the impact of what Kendrick was saying on Not Like Us? I know nobody's going to care. Nobody's analyzing these things. Not Like Us is just a big thing at this point. Nobody cares. But I do, as somebody who cares about rap and stuff like that. Like, that's stuff I'm looking at and I'm dissecting, and I'm still picking apart these tracks because they're still relevant. This isn't just, to me, this isn't set in stone yet. I think we have a long ways to go as far as this battle goes, even if they're not actively battling. We have, Super Bowl coming up. We have tracks like this coming out. Like, I think there's still more to dissect and learn from this whole thing. And I'm here for it. This is what I love. I love it. I think it's probably the greatest battle musically of all time. I think I would put this over any other battle historically, honestly, as far as like quality of music goes. And like, that's another thing. People say that. I hear that quite often. And then in the same breath or another week later, we'll say, well, Drake got bodied. How is it the greatest battle of all time if one side got bodied? Like, no, that's like, I can't say like Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. I have to say that's one of the greatest performances of all time because Terrence whooped him. But I'm not going to say that's one of the greatest fights of all time. The greatest fight of all time is competitive. It's fun to watch. It's, you know what I mean? Like this was competitive. It was fun to watch. It was back and forth. It was like tennis. Whoever you think won at the end, that's your opinion, whatever the case is. But yeah, that's something that bothers me. Anyway, we're going to get to the 21 Savage thing. I'm excited about that. Where does that go from here? Oh my God, does he just straight up diss Kendrick? Oh, I'm excited. Okay, now wait. Okay.